To the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Purdy.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Purdy off the play fake. Got him, man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Raiders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot. Like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run it again with Barkley. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
It's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Pass on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. After one, 17-7 is our score. Here's Bass now to send it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Throwing here, Purdy. Open man, that's the tight end flyer move.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now here's another carry for Harris. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
He's going to air one out. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, 30 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd and 10, Purdy. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, Barbara, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. On play action, Allen. He'll buy some time right. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Allen now on the sneak. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Josh Allen with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. Going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Allen. Shakir holds it in. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir, 72 yards. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here's Purdy.
They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got him.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Now Purdy.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on 1st down.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week, as he's got a first down as well.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They run for it with Harris, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The 71 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball, then limit that gain.
Tapped forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And out of bounds right around the 20. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Now this time, Allen will throw. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bills take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Purdy now to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Purdy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy.
Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
You think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Allen off the play fake. Steps away. Open man is heard. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Throwing on 1st down is Allen to Barkley on the check down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. His pass caught at the 4. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And I don't think he got there. He did not. Yard shy. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So the challenge there not successful, and now they'll be left with only one timeout. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Purdy. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. The 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Quez Watkins saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. It's Barkley on the counter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They'll go to Barkley again. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
10 more there and another first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
But with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wound. He's got a man complete. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play there for Vegas. 46 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Going for it all. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Purdy from the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So with that knee, they take care of business in the divisional round. They'll be back here at home next weekend. One more hurdle to get to the big show.
The good feelings, they just keep coming. They get to ride that wave for at least one more week because they have their big prize in their eyes, and that's getting into the Super Bowl. But they have to win next week after winning this one.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. The Bills are moving on as we say so long, everybody.